left, right, Platoon, halt, left, facing, hat, left, facing.
I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
At this time, I'd like to have Pastor Kendrick come up for the invocation. Pastor Kendrick is the Rocky Mountain Police Department Police Chaplain, and he has over 30 years of experience with the Rocky Mountain Police Department.
How's everybody today? Look at your neighbor and smile. You know, this is not only a serious day, but it's an exciting day, isn't it? And excitement sort of is supposed to flow out of you. So as we thank the Lord for being here and y'all for being here, let's just have that smile and keep that excitement today. Father, we just thank you right now for your presence in this place, for your love and your mercy over us as we come together to celebrate the graduation of these cadets right now, and in a few minutes there'll be more than cadets. We just thank you for your guidance. We know you're here. We ask you to lead what we've done and what we do so that you'll get the glory out of it, but we'll also get the excitement, and we praise you for that, love you for that, in the preciousness of Jesus our Lord. Amen. Amen.
Chaplain Hendricks, thank you for that. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Bill Carver, president of Nash Community College. And Chaplain, you've heard me say this a couple times before, and I apologize for those that may have heard it, but we're a little old-fashioned at Nash Community College. We think that it is a good thing to give some kind words to those, especially those that get ready to go out in harm's way and protect us and serve our community. You are our local heroes to be with some of those in the room that wear the uniform. Thank you for your service. And graduates, thank you for your service you're about to do. I know it wasn't easy. Was it easy? You make it easy for me. But they are to be congratulated. I can tell you right now with my affiliation, and it goes back at least 15 years, Captain Bagger's in the room somewhere. And Captain, you know that we started this a long time ago with advice and all of our partners. We couldn't do it without the people in uniform here today and those instructors that we have at Nash Community College. We've come a long way, and ladies and gentlemen, you may have seen it looks like a bomb was dropped at Nash Community College, but that's the next phase of what we're doing here today. Graduates, I'm sorry we didn't have that building for you. Come back anytime and experience it, but we're going to have a brand new building dedicated, part of that building dedicated, or a great deal of that building dedicated to what you do and the training that we're going to have. So we're mighty proud of what's happened at Nash Community College and what's going to happen. So when I was on the campaign trail, for those who voted for the bond, I talked about our local heroes and those that run towards a disaster while others are running away. I can assure you I'll be going the other way. I don't want to get in y'all's way while you're doing what you need to do. But in all seriousness, thank you again. And on behalf of the faculty, staff, and the Board of Trustees, welcome to Nash Community College. It is always a pleasure to have visitors. Chaplain Hendricks, thank you for your kind words.
As a law enforcement officer, our fundamental duty is to serve the community, to safeguard lives and property, to protect the innocent against deception, the weak against oppression or intimidation, and the peaceful against violence and disorder, and to respect the constitutional rights of all to liberty, equality, and justice. I will keep my private life unsullied as an example to all, and will behave in a manner that does not bring disgrace to me or to my agency. I will maintain courageous calm in the face of danger, scorn, or ridicule, develop self-restraint, and be constantly mindful of the welfare of others. Honest in thought and deed, both in my personal and official life. life. I will be exemplary in obeying the laws and regulations of my department. Whatever I see or hear of confidential nature that is confided to me in my official capacity will be kept ever secret unless revelation is necessary in performance of my duty. I will never act officiously or permit personal feelings, prejudices, political beliefs, aspirations, animosities, or friendships to influence my decisions. No compromised crime, no frivolous prosecution of criminals. I will enforce the law courteously and appropriately, without fear or favor, malice or ill will, never employing unnecessary force or violence, and never accepting gratuities. I recognize that as my office as a symbol of public faith, and I accept it as a public trust to be held so long as I am true to the ethics of the police service. I will never engage in acts of corruption or bribery, nor will I condone such acts by other police officers. I will cooperate with all legally authorized agencies and their representatives in the pursuit of justice. I know that I alone am responsible for my own standard of professional performance and will take every reasonable opportunity to enhance and improve my level of knowledge and competence. I will constantly strive to achieve these objectives and ideals, dedicating myself before God to my chosen profession, law enforcement.
Up, bow, facing. Rear step, mark. Okay, seat.
I want to thank God for this graduation. I want to thank God for you all coming out to this graduation. Today I will be introducing a tough man that I'm glad I got to meet. Hard as rock. He was our PT trainer, that's physical trainer. I'll tell you a little bit about this man before I give his name. He's been in law enforcement, seemed like all his life. He started when he was 18 years old in Robertson County Sheriff Department. Then he got transferred to State Highway Patrol. He stayed there 30 years and retired. He became the captain there, training. So you know we went through something. I felt sorry for some of the cadets when we first got started because they were about to fall out, sweating, and about to throw up. And the guy, the instructor always would say, you need a shot of discipline. We wasn't used to a shot of discipline. We were used to a shot of vodka, right? Or a flu shot. But a shot of discipline, we had to get it. After we do sit-ups and push-ups all that morning, for 1 hour to take a shower and go to class, you had to be to class at 8 o'clock. You had to sit in there all day and learn. But when we get to class, if one of the guys, cadets, shirt be wrinkled or boots not shining, the regular Gelo would come in and say, all right, you all owe me 50 push-ups, 50 sit-ups. We couldn't say, are you crazy? We've been doing push-ups and sit-ups all morning, hurting. We had to do them push-ups and sit-ups. But we learned quickly to iron our clothes, shine our boots. We got tired of push-ups and sit-ups every day. It's a hard job. So when you all start exercising and you want to give up, you better take a shot of discipline. These guys here, they showed me and the rest of the instructors that they are ready to serve the community. They are tough guys. Well, let me introduce you to this rock. His name is Sheriff Keith Stone, and he will be running for sheriff at Nash County this year.
Can't believe everything you hear from this man. He had a tainted view from where he was at during our process. But first and foremost, I do want to thank these guys. They started with 19 people. It was 19 or 18, and they're down to 12. I've got a saying, there's a lot of people that's meant to call the police when they need them, but there's only a few that really are police. And these guys have showed that through dedication. And my philosophy of physical fitness is, hey, if you want what you want, if you can look at these guys, they know. My thing is like I'll tell anybody, you're not going to die from physical fitness. You might die from something else while you're doing physical fitness. But you're not going to die from physical fitness. And that's one of the only ways you can truly tell what a person's real desire is. If they work hard enough and they want it bad enough, they'll We owe it to the community to be professional. We owe it to the community to be in shape. We owe it to the community to be able to handle your business on the street, because that 1% is, like I've said my whole life. You got a deck of cards. And how many jokers are in the deck of cards? 2 of them. If you keep flipping them, eventually you'll find them. And you've got to have to the family. And that's something I want to ask. How many family members right there stand up and see how many family members are here supporting you? Thank you. Y'all are the true heroes from hearing them whining about their little aches and pains and sending them back daily, because I can tell you, no matter how tough you are, no matter how in tune you are, how physically strong you are, during these 12 weeks that these men are out here, or 600 hours that they're here, at some time or another, they will need somebody to lean on. And if you've not got that, you're not going to make it. Anybody that's an individual that don't have that family or friendship and be able to vent to and work with, you don't make it. Same thing in the military. Leadership, the best leaders in the military are the ones that actually care and the ones that will offer assistance when a person needs it. All of us know if you don't need help, you really don't. It's not any good. But when somebody needs it, the true friend is the one that's there. And that's to take the best leaders. But I can tell you, my and Lieutenant King's view on their fitness was to say, if it's raining, we're training. Only time we're going out there is when the good Lord was using light, because I can't see that. And I wanted to teach these guys that, hey, you've got to do it when you don't want to. Those cold, wet mornings laying down on the grass, and there's ice there. They've got the nice little jumpsuits on. How many of y'all washed their clothes? Raise your hand, come on. And you would wonder how muddy it was. It's because of Lieutenant King. I would never ask anybody to lay out there and do push-ups and leg lifts and sit-ups out there in that cold, wet ground. Or go running on these rainy days. I was told many times, yeah, we might get sick. You might get sick from something else, but the rainstorm won't make you sick. But when duty calls, these guys will be ready. I'm very proud of them. I started as I was introduced in 1984. I was 18 years old. My dad was sheriff in Robeson County. And how many of y'all are familiar with Robeson County? I see Chief from Carver back here. He started in Baxter, and I can tell you, when he went to Tarboro Police Department, they asked about him. I said, if he can police in Baxter, North Carolina, he can police anywhere. You have to be a right assumption with the chief. I started at 18 years old with understanding with my dad, hey, you stay in school and you can go to work at the jail. There was a jail program of 2 weeks, and I think it's still at the 4 weeks or 6 weeks now. And I went to the school. When I got out, I was 18 years old, and the conversation my dad had with me is, you're young, you've had 2 weeks of training, you don't know anything. You go over there and find the supervisors and the people working in the jail that have the best rapport with the convicts in there, and that's what you need to mold yourself after. And what I found out after going to that jail, and the individual was Pete Williams, the chief jailer there, or chief deputy jailer, is he won't always back in the back. When he walked through the cell blocks in Robeson County, had 150 to 200 people sleeping on the floor and everything else, he got respect. But what I found out about this man was he cared. Anytime he went through, there's 1,000 problems. If you want to see problems, go to a jail. Everybody in there's got some type of problem and needs something. Whether it's a cigarette, a match, or one cake, there's always something. He addressed it. Whether he got it or not, he addressed it. As law enforcement, I'll tell y'all, man, address the problems. It might not be big to you, but it's big to somebody who will look about to you. These guys are going to be out in the middle of the night. They're going to be working long hours in dedicated service. And the thing I can tell you is use one thing: common sense and dedication. Just like getting out here running in the rain, laying down in the cold, do it because you're supposed to, not because you have to, and you'll have a good career. Later, when I got on the highway patrol, I got the same treatment. I said, you know, these instructors are a little bit different. They let us do all this here stuff. But there's a reason for it. is to divide the ones that think they want to be there to the people that really want to be there. And no matter how much the family pushes you, or the cadets in the class, come on, buddy, you can make it. If they don't want to be there, they're not going to be there. We had an incident where we were doing some sit-ups one day. Guys told me the next day, I said, "Well, we're missing one." Yeah, he got tired of the sit-ups. It's the little things. You know, if you don't want to do it, you're not going to do it. But the family, you got to stand behind these men and do what they do, because they'll bring a lot of this stuff home, and they need somebody to talk to. The true friends and the true family and husbands and wives. I know she's not married yet, but eventually. You need somebody you can vent with and talk to. If you don't have that, you better find somebody. Usually law enforcement jails with law enforcement, because I can tell you, nobody else really understands. And the law enforcement officers in here, you know that. From call to call to call, preacher, you're a unique individual because he handles the religious end of it and the law enforcement end, and I would say we're a little bit different on it, to a little small degree. But the thing is support behind it. And if I can leave these guys with one bit of information, is using common sense. The code of ethics, how many of you were impressed with the way they recited that? It takes a lot of time. But what really impresses you is when this man does his job under adverse conditions, because I can tell you in 30 years I would do things, I'd say, what kind of repercussions am I going to get for this? And you say, I don't know. Well, I can tell you, it takes about 2 seconds to figure it out. If you could go home and lay your head down on the pillow and sleep like a baby, you make the right decision. If you cannot do that, you probably need to get up in the middle of the night and fix whatever you did. That is a true statement that can carry with you. And the people that you meet, people care for you. I'll tell it now, K&W Cafeteria, back in 1989, I'd been a trooper here for about 2 years. I was going through the line, and a lady that worked behind the desk, didn't know, or worked with the cash register, said, I want to talk to you when you get a chance. Had no idea what it was. She called me to the side and she gave me a guardian angel. She said, I want you to wear this. I said, man, we can't wear this on my uniform. Not on highway patrol uniform. You don't have anything that's not approved. She said, well, you can put it on the back of your tie. And I did. I put it on the back of my tie. I kept it the whole time I was on highway patrol. And a lot of times, I'd have to sit back and think, what decision do I need to make here? Because you're stressed with a lot of decisions. And the only way that you're not is if you're in an office sitting there every day, and the only thing that you're handling is business that's already been conducted. But when you're dealing with people, it's going to be something different every day. And that's the fun part of it. It takes a certain individual to sit here and deal with the unknown every day. When I started in the jail in 1984, that's what the chief jailer told me. He said, the one unique thing about this job is you're going to never is the same job every day. And it won't. But I can tell you, if you're out on the road, it's totally not the same every day. And getting complacent. And you as family members need to teach these guys, they're young, they're going to put their bulletproof vest on, they're going to go to work, they're going to creep up to that car when they stop, they're going to wash people's hands because they understand, hey, this is a dangerous job. And I've seen the videos and I know what can happen. But about a year or two afterwards, after they've made hundreds of traffic stops, walked in several homes, you get complacent. That's where the family needs to say, hey, man, are you doing what you need to do? And guys, you police your other buddies on the squad. You'll be the youngest ones there, but I can tell you, if you're the sharpest one there, conduct yourself ethically, stand up for what's right, do your job with the mindset that you're helping people. That's what it's all about. You're all going to be issued a ticket book. I know you're all excited about that, but you're also, nobody ever talks about the warning ticket book. Use that too, because in this day and time, people need breaks too, and they appreciate it. Use that as much as you do the citation book. You don't always have to use the enforcement end of it. Use it as a training end too, to train people. But obviously, you can have your share of doing what you got to do. But your mindset is right, I spent time with these guys, I can tell you, I will take any of them. They're all ready to go. They've been trained well. Lieutenant King and myself have sung the praises of these guys, of how dedicated they were, how much they were into it, and they're ready to go. But just keep that mindset, keep the strong family values, and when you doubt what you're going to do, you think about it and say, can I sleep on what I do? And that should be a guide for you. But the family has to stand behind it, and the officers have to do what's right. It's a very, very fun job. The 30 years I did it, I never ever hated going to work. Sometimes work will keep you out here, sometimes when you want to go home for a while. But it's a challenge, and it's a changing challenge. And with Nash Community College, I can tell you, it's the greatest partnership. When I come on in 1984, community colleges were not where they are today. Man, they offer the best training, classes, and it don't cost these officers nothing. The only thing they need to do is get with their supervisors and get in these classes and don't stop the training. You've got the basic training now. Continue your training, stay up to date, and get every available training that you can get because the public demand it. But I'm proud of you, and I think you will do a good job, and I believe you. Thank you.
I don't have, I never really get a chance to do much public speaking, so please excuse me while my heart rate slowly decreases. My name is Reges. I'm the platoon leader for the 30th Academy here at Nash Community College, or some people would like to say the president. And I will say from the heart, I'm very proud to have led this academy due to the importance of this academy in my life. Next to having a beautiful wife and 2 beautiful children, this has been the proudest. I'm so proud of this position. As I reiterate myself, due to the importance of BLET in my life. I see plenty of familiar faces. I see some strange faces. I would like to thank you for coming. Thank you for being here today, taking your time out of your day to come here and celebrate with us. To celebrate Nash Community College's 30th Academy completion of BLET in its entirety, because there was plenty of it. First of all, I would like to thank the staff here at the college. Couldn't have done without you. Thank you, Mr. Gelo, for everything you've done. Thank you for all the instructors who took time out of your schedule. Sometimes it was on your off time, to come out and teach us, to bestow your wisdom upon us, to teach us the ways of law enforcement. Thank you very much. Thank you to all the local agencies who have sent your instructors. You could have had them doing something else, I'm sure. Thank you for the families. Thank you for your support, your love. Thank you for your patience, big time. Thank you for your prayers. Most of all, thank you for your food and your money. To say that I've had a chance to stand in front of a crowd of family and they ask me, well, talk about the academy. And to say that this academy has been the best thing in my life would be quite an understatement. It really would. I watched as the first day of class, everybody's sitting there looking around, you don't know anybody, and you're kind of nervous to talk to somebody, until somebody finally breaks the ice. Hey, I'm so-and-so, nice to meet you. I watched as we became a close-knit family. It's pretty awesome. As we're down to 12, I've heard the dirty dozen, I've heard it all. As we became best friends, as we became brothers, sisters. She's at the very end there. And throughout this academy, outside of our close-knit family, we've made friends. And I wanted to point this out, it's kind of funny. We've made friends, and of course, running through Rocky Mountain streets and neighborhoods at 6 o'clock in the morning when everybody's sleeping. For myself to be yelling a cadence just to have 11 other people yell out behind me, I'm pretty sure we made some enemies too. But yeah, I've thoroughly enjoyed becoming close to each and every single one of the cadets. Ethan, I still have your truck key. We had a cadet constantly misplace his keys, as you want to call it. So instead of calling the assistants to come take him home, we came to an agreement. Hey man, give me a copy of your truck key. It's staying with me. If you're gonna have nicknames, of course we got nicknames. Cadet Hollywood. I had to reach out, man. Cadet Bolts. We got a couple inside jokes, man. And some nicknames, of course, I won't say. Corporal Wilder, I'm not sure if Lieutenant Mosley's here, but I thoroughly enjoyed all the practicals, all the hands-on training we did during this academy. During SCAT, subject control rest techniques, there's a lot of hands-on, a lot of pressure points, a lot of wrist bends. My pressure point still hurts. My wrist still hurts. Firearms, I'll never forget it. The week we qualified with our firearms. It rained all week, cold, wet, rainy. We mentioned raincoats, and Mr. Gelo said, as long as y'all are uniformed, as long as y'all look alike. Okay. Myself, I go to buy a big box of trash bags. So here we are standing on the field at the fire range, looking like a bunch of scarecrows with trash bags on. So at least we're out of the rain. My socks are still wet from that day, from that week. Driving training. Oh boy. I rode with another cadet, yet my knuckles are still white. As I said, to say that this academy has been the best thing that's ever happened to me would be quite an understatement. We have opened a new chapter in the book of our lives. We have taken a step from civilian citizen to law enforcement officer. We have volunteered to be held to a higher standard. We have volunteered to have every action and every movement of ours scrutinized by the public. We constantly have the public eye on us. But at the same time, we are the public's defense. We are the public's assistance. We are the public's safety. We are their protection. We are their advisors, counselors. Hey, whatever we need to be, because when we wear that uniform, I mean, even during the academy, I wear my t-shirt with the badge up here. Sir, are you an officer? Are you an officer? No, ma'am, I'm not, but I can help you however I can. So when we're in that uniform, we are held to a higher standard. And most of all, what's really important to me, we are children's role models. We are the heroes. And right now, I kind of want to speak to the class, and I'm speaking to myself as well. We are the next generation of urban warrior. We are the next generation of law enforcement officer. We are the next generation of people that are going to help the elderly lady cross the street to get to her car and help with groceries. We're going to be there for the public. We cannot let the public down. We have to uphold our oath. We have to live by the code of ethics. We have to keep our pledge, and we must never let our integrity die. We cannot let the public down. We are the next generation of law enforcement. And once again, I'd like to thank you all for coming. It's good to see you all here to celebrate with us. All the FTOs, all the captains, sergeants, chiefs, whoever. Everybody teaching us, everybody taking us under your wing. I ask that you please have patience with us. Please teach us. Please don't hesitate to correct us. But please be there to support. And please, I'm not up here to push religion on anybody, but please keep us in your prayers. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Cadet Reges. At this time, I'm going to recognize a few individuals here today that really have helped make this an excellent academy, have given sponsorships and encouragement to a lot of these cadets that we have down here today. Without these individuals, we wouldn't be able to have an academy. It takes their sponsorship, their willingness to put their agency's time and efforts into sending these cadets over here. Chief Williams from Carver Police Department. Thank you, sir. Police Department. Chief Bayshore from Nash. I believe we have some here from Nightdale Public Safety. And also a lot of my brothers and sisters from the Nash County Sheriff's Office. Retired Lieutenant Neil Boone from Rocky Mountain Police Department. He's one of our Captain Nash from Rocky Mountain. Thank you, sir. He's also and teaching many hours to these cadets. They do the hard stuff, the arrest, search, and seizure, the firearms. Lieutenant Brantley from Nash County also with the firearms. There's a lot of years of experience here as far as all of our instructors are concerned and our chiefs of police, and all of those years of experience really help this academy run as well as it does. These cadets, in my opinion, are the best trained cadets in the state because of that. We have so many years of experience here at Nash Community College, so many people in the area willing to come and teach. Captain Stone, he's been their PT instructor. Lieutenant King, also being their PT instructor. They get the guys going in the morning, they give them a hard time for an hour. They come to class, I give them a hard time before class starts to make sure they're ready to go, make sure that they're in order, make sure they're ready for 8 hours of learning after they put in that difficult hour that they have, PT. But it gets them ready. And I want to thank everybody that was involved in the academy. Thank you very much. At this time, I have the honor of introducing for the presentation of their certificates, the 38th Basic Law Enforcement graduating class at the Nash Community College. If Dr. Carver, Captain Stone, and Pastor Kendrick will assist me, at this time we'll announce the graduates. Janelle Baez. William Bowler. Damon Lamar Brantley. Bradley James Davis. Christopher Randolph Ham. Benjamin Carnell McClain. Cameron Michael McFadden. Taylor Robert Neal. Dustin Taylor Reges. Cody Austin Williams. John Ethan Williams. Daniel Robert Wren. Let's all give this group another round of applause.